Hello and welcome back to Saber Outdoors. My name, of course, is Mark Alexander, your wonderful host. And guys, today we are having a little bit of a conversation, a little bit of an overview of some traps. Guys, I have never done a trapping video on the channel, so I was like, I have these things available to me. Luckily, I have a relative who is kind enough to let me use his various equipment to show you all these things. But guys, we're going to be going over a Conibear trap, a body grip trap. Now, guys, Conibear is not the name of this trap, but it is the common name for it, just like Kleenex or any other number of things that they're named after a particular brand. And when you say it, like a chatterbait, everybody knows what you mean when you say that thing. The Conibear trap is one of these. This is a 110 Conibear trap. This is a dangerous thing. Do not fool with it if you are not somebody who has had experience, or if you don't want to end up with some problems like broken fingers, broken bones, because these are no joke. And guys, I will tell you that you check your local regulations, because each state has their own regulations, and they change from year to year. So pick up one of them books. They're free everywhere they sell licenses. I've never been somewhere that they didn't have a book available to tell you the law on traps and hunting and fishing. Don't be caught without one. It's your own fault if you don't know the law. It's not anyone else's. It's not like traffic law where things could change and you don't have a book available every year for free. But guys, this is a 110 Conibear trap. Now, this is not a gigantic trap. You can see it's about fist size. Now, guys, when somebody says, well, what can you catch in that size of trap? You can catch anything that gets its head through this. So if it's something about the size of my fist, look where say my wrist is that thing's neck. Boom, right there. There it is. That's a broke neck, or if this is some real tough animal, they'll be choked out before very long. But more than likely, broke neck, instant death. That's actually why these were invented in, I believe it is 58, and the inventor's name, his last name is Conibear. That's why these are generally called a Conibear trap. Now, one thing that needs to be done on every one of these Conibear traps, all of them should have a safety hook on them. You do not need to have one that doesn't have one, or if you buy one that doesn't, like this trap was, all we did was take an S hook. You can pick them up at hardware stores across America, and all you do is whenever you have these together, you lock them in. Now, I say that, and I've not shown you how to do this. So, guys, the easiest way to set one of these traps, you take this trap setting tool right here, and I will show you when we get to the big trap how to set a trap without one of these. But you take and hook these in either one of these eyes, right like that. And then all you have to do at that point, if I can get it where I can show you good, all you have to do is squeeze. Squeeze and hold, and then roll your hook over. Which this is just a little bit short. Let me get myself right here. Ow, technical difficulties. What's the saying? Professional, not functional, not professional. There we are. But now we have our hook on there. And a mildly pinched hand. I will survive. But guys, we have our safety lock on. Now, you see how this trap is like this? We are going to open it up. There's two bars. We're going to open that up. We're going to crush that flat. Now my thing might fall off. And this is dangerous at this moment. Always be aware of your lock. If you roll it around, that lock can fall off. That's why you need to make sure your lock is on and good every time. And make sure to be extra careful. These will catch you just like they catch anything else. But guys, for this small of a trap, you could take a board like this. It has a little stand on it. This could be a good squirrel or marten setup. You could set this on here, and these holes here are just a mite short, but we're going to get them to go. See, my holes are not quite tall enough, but that'll go. Now I've got my trap set right now. Now, as of right now, this is safe. We're okay. This will not hurt a soul because I have a lock on this. Also, too, wherever I was going to set this, I would have a chain in order to drive it into the ground, drive it into the tree. There would be a way that I would be able to keep my trap, because not only will you catch the thing that you want, something else might eat that thing out of your trap if you ain't quick enough running your traps. But guys, we're going to flip the lock off, really careful like. And guys, we're going to demonstrate this, but we're going to demonstrate it outside. So, uno momento, we're going to go outside. All right, guys, so here we are. We're outside with our trap. Now, our safety lock is on. I want to show you why we have the safety lock on. This is a small trap. If things go awry, hopefully nothing bad will happen. I'm going to hold on to this, and we're just going to hit it. Oh, no. What shall I do? My animal's gotten away because my lock is still on. This is still a safe thing for us. This is a good thing. Now, if I want to set this for work, I can set it just like this, and then flip the lock off. We're going to move our board out of the way. Now this is dangerous. This would do the same to your hand, your leg, your foot, or your pet's neck. Guys, dangerous. Be careful. But guys, let's start talking about other things. All right, guys, so let's start talking about a little bit larger of a trap, and also a more common thing that people would use in order to catch something mid-sized, not small like the 110. The 110 would be good for rabbit, for squirrel, for marten, for smaller animals. Now, something a little bit larger would be something like this 160, which is connected to a box. Now, guys, this box is made out of scraps. You can see it's like 3 different pieces on top, and it's got a little lift on the front so that you don't have to do one of these to get into it. The raccoon can just straight walk into it. I just poked my eye with these glasses. Thank goodness I got glasses on. I'd have just put my eye out. Thank you, Jesus. But guys, you'll notice a few things on this box that is unique. These have slots cut in it. Now, that is so that when this is set, like you saw that 110, that will fit down in there perfect when that's set with the whole jaws wide open. And guys, you see that these wires are spread out. Now, for these wires, if you have a raccoon that kind of just noses in and then leaves, what you can do, you can take picture wire, fishing line, you can take something and put in between these wires. I've even heard of people using saran wrap because it's clear, they can see through it. But they'll put their nose to it and it just takes a little pressure. Boom, slap, there is no more coon, possum, skunk, whatever it is that's poking its nose in this trap is gone. And also, guys, with a trap like this, there's no need for backing. There's no need to place sticks along to funnel them in. This funnels them in for you. They can climb all over the top of this box. They can do anything they want to it. It's not going nowhere. But that being said, make sure if you're going to do this is staked to the box. Make sure to stake the box down, because sure as you don't, some other critter's going to get to your critter, and your box is going to be in the bushes or never to be found again. But guys, let's actually set this up. Guys, I'm not going to show you the tongs again because, guys, the tongs get old after a while. But I will show you, after I get this all squeezed together, I'll show you me putting this down in here, and then we'll go back outside and we'll do just like before. We will set it off. But uno momento, while I take care of this, I'll show you me putting it into the box. All right, guys, so we've got our pieces on. We do have our safety locks on it. So all you need to do, and I'll get this kind of up here where you can see, make sure your trap's wide. and pull your jaws open. My lock got on the bottom part of my jaws. But pull your locks open. Make sure your trap's not hung in your spring. Technical difficulties, but it's okay. We're functional, not professional. We's professional. I do this all the time instead of part of the time. But we got our stuff there. And all we've got to do is set it just like that. Get our stuff going. Our locks are safe. Everything is on until I put it into here. And it takes a little bit of working to get it in. Oh, guys, told you functional, not professional. But guys, we can just put it down in here. Keep our locks on the outside. Right there is your trap ready to travel to wherever it is you want to go. And guys, I am honest as the day is long. I'm not a professional trapper. I've not done a ton of trapping, but I've done enough to do this. But guys, you can see right there is your stuff. This is always safe, but those wires are right there handy. And if there's a little bit in there, all you have to do, boom, bam. And guys, we're gonna go outside and show you what the bam looks like. All right, guys, this is our 220, or no, this is our 160. I can't get it from the top, from the sides, or from the back. You can see it's dark in there. Can't see it. They have to come from the front. Now we're getting into some dangerous territory, so I'm gonna get back and I'm just gonna kind of give it a heave-ho in there. But guys, how it works just like that. It'll get you too if you ain't careful. All right, guys, so the next trap I want to go over, that was a 160. I don't think I ever actually said that was a 160. That is Conibear 160. Now, this is a 220. This is a slightly larger trap. And guys, this is the trap that most people will use for coons, for anything and everything from 50 pounds on down. But guys, like I said, if it can fit its head through that hole, and guys, look there, it's not very far for me, a full-grown adult man, to fit my head through. It would be enough to set the trap off and scare me awful bad if I were an animal. But guys, I'm not going to set this one. I'm just going to show you something that's really nice about these. Guys, these are perfect for buckets. Guys, most people, especially outdoorsmen like us, we have a bucket available, and especially one that's busted. You know, oh no, my bucket's busted. What shall I do? Guys, cut yourself 2 slots in that bucket, just like you did saw that box earlier. And when this is set, all you have to do is put it down in that bucket. And you can see, without me setting it, it's wide enough to fit in that bucket. And when it's set, as soon as you get it set, all you gotta do is throw your dog food, throw your corn, throw your marshmallows, whatever you're using for bait for your animal. And by the way, research that, because guys, we didn't find out that skunks like vanilla wafers until we started catching skunks a lot on vanilla wafers. And for whatever reason, raccoons and possums wanted nothing to do with them, but skunks loved them. We found that out on our own. There's a little tidbit on your own. But guys, you can use an old bucket, or there is also a box trap that you could use. Now this is a big box trap, and you can plainly see, you can see through this. Now that is because this is made for bobcat. Now bobcats are unique because they do not like to look directly at. They like to look up or down. That is why there's a big piece of wood on this, so that they can come up to the edge of this. You can even see there's no bottom on this right here. They can look, if this is sitting on the ground flat, they look down into this, and they're like, well, I can get through that, stick their head in, and there's no more bobcat. But guys, again, these traps work on anything that can fit their head through there. Now that's not only including wild game, but also domestic things too. Doesn't matter what it is, it will fit. But guys, I'm gonna leave this 220 inside because this 220 ain't gonna do any more than the 330. Now guys, a 330, in the state that I live, Kentucky, you cannot use a 330, which is this big honking hunk of burning love right here. Woo! Hello, how you doing? I'm telling you, it gets live action some days. But guys, this is a 330 Conibear Trap. This is a big trap. It will fit over my head if I did not have this hat on. Probably if I, oh yeah, look at there. See? But I'm holding on to these springs because I've already almost got hit in the face with it. Can I have my hat back? Nope, maybe not. There it goes. Luckily, I have a wonderful assistant close by. We're going to leave that in because that's a cool blooper. But, guys, you cannot set this in the state of Kentucky on land. This is only for water. Now, what will you catch in the water? Beaver. Beaver is what these are primarily for. You will set this underwater in either a trail, or you will knock a hole in their dam and set it in the water, or you will, some people even I've heard will take a milk crate, and they'll just set this right on top of the milk crate. By the way, you can also do that with, I don't even have the 110 handy. You can do that with the 110 on concrete block. That's a real fun one right there. Because they just look down, stick their nose in, no more coon. Caught a lot of coon like that. But guys, we're going to set this without using our setters, which I guess I have misplaced. But guys, we ain't going to use the setters for these at all. We're going to use a rope. Guys, let me get out of this chair. Let me get kind of set up, and we'll show you how to set these without actually having to use a set of setters. Because I bet somebody's lost their setters or didn't buy any because they're cheap. But rope's not very expensive. And I'm going to show you how to set these without no setters. All right, guys, so the things you need, and you don't even need this much, you need a piece of rope. You need some kind of piece of wood. I like using this hoe handle. It's good and stout. And I like a screwdriver, but you can use any kind of piece of metal for this project. So, all this is, we're going to take our trap. We've got a rope with a loop at both ends. There's a loop at both ends. Luckily, somebody smarter than me has weaved this back into itself. Thank you for that person. But what we're going to do, we're going to take our rope, we're going to put it through a spring all the way through. And then we're going to do that again. All right, so we've got our spring through and through. Now they have to be out like this for this to work. So kind of work yourself around. Be careful, I've already almost been whacked in the face. But what we're going to do with that underside is we're going to put this stick through this. Now I like to use a tool handle because they're made not to break. And then we're going to take our other piece of this loop and we're going to put a screwdriver through it so that I have something. If I need to put out a lot of power, I can do this, but I can do this with one hand, 1 foot. Boom. Up and set. That fast. Guys, you couldn't ask for nothing no easier. Do you hear me huffing and puffing? No. Did you see me strain like crazy? No. This is not that bad. All you have to do at this point is pull your rope out. And you're ready to set the other side and go to work. Guys, we're going to set this other side and then we're going to go outside and see just how powerful these are. This is the one that scares me the most, by a lot. But guys, we're going to get it set. We're going to go outside and we're going to throw a piece of fruit through it. All right, guys, here is our 220 sitting in there. Locks are off. Trap is ready. Now, guys, again, we're in dangerous territory, so I'm not going to be close to this thing. But the thing we're going to put through this and
I'm going to give you a second to try and guess it in the comments. Tell me, what do you think we're going to drop in this bucket? 3, 2, 1. It's a pineapple. Guys, pineapple's a great thing. But guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop it in and get out of the way. Because this thing going to jump, it might shatter this bucket because it is old. But guys, like I say, and it's still working. Make no mistake, it will juice you just like it juiced this. Be careful. Can't say it enough. You can't say it loud enough, long enough. Be careful. It'll juice you just like it did this. All right, guys. We have our 330 here. Now, this is set up for demonstration purposes only. In the state of Kentucky, you cannot set this on land. But we're going to flip our locks very carefully. And guys, what we're going to do, we're going to give it one of them granny throws like you used to see in first grade. Guys, this is a dangerous thing. Stay back whenever you see one. This spaghetti squash is about to be squashed. Guys, let's go over some words and talk about this. Well, guys, big or small, they squish them all. And I will tell you, Conibear Trap has fed a lot of families, made a lot of money for a lot of folks. Guys, these were made in the 50s, but they still work today. And these, you buy them once, they last you a lifetime of what you want to be doing. You buy snare wire, you buy other things, they last you for a while, but not like these. You can do anything you want to, catch anything you want to, that'd fit its head through there with the right bait, with the right lure, with the right backing and fencing and blocking and all the things. This is just basically, we're talking about Conibear traps. I ain't teaching nobody how to trap because I don't know how to trap too awful good myself. I'm good enough to keep things out of the garden, not much but other things. But guys, you saw everything we put through these, they juiced them. They juiced them or they snapped them in half. Be very careful if you have one of these. Be very, very aware of that lock. And if yours don't got a lock, put a lock on it. But, guys, that's all I have for the day. I've had a hilarious time squishing things. Thank you so very much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit the bell notification, subscribe, guys. We're always pushing for more peoples, and you could be one of them. Thank you so very much for watching again. We'll see you somewhere in the woods or on the water.